I've received probably more than 500 cold emails over the last 2.5 years. Out of all those emails received, I've only taken one sales call. Today we're going to break down the cold email that was compelling enough for me to accept the meeting and break down why it was so effective and how you can apply those traits to your cold outreach to increase your conversion rates. So the email starts with, "The best managers are never surprised." This is a beautiful opening line because it's emotional and it catches my attention. It's emotional because I want to be a best manager and I hate being surprised. As a sales leader, there really is never a surprise that is a good surprise. When I think about the last phone call I ever want to get from my boss it's going to be, "Kyle, how did you not see this coming?" Whether it's deals slipping, rep productivity dropping, unexpected attrition at the rep level, I never want to be surprised. And so this email captures my attention with that observation. When you're thinking about your cold outreach, put yourself in your buyer's shoes. What is the email or phone call they never want to get from their boss? What are they afraid of hearing from their executive team? If you can tie what you do to that concern and avoiding that concern, you're going to drive emotional relevance to get a response to your cold outreach. The email continues and it hits on timely relevance. This email was received back at the onset of COVID. We had recently gone remote, and so the line, "But now that most of us are remote, it's getting harder to stay on top of our metrics," also catches my attention. And it's going to get me to continue to read the email because that is a pretty accurate reflection of a concern that I'm beginning to have. Then it goes into an incredible description of my actual current state. You shouldn't have to refresh 40 browser tabs every half hour just to keep up with your business. I couldn't have written a better reflection of my current state had I tried. This shows that the seller knew exactly how I was spending my time. They knew how it wasn't efficient, and they knew that it was likely frustrating me. So when you're thinking about your cold outreach, think about your buyer again. Put yourself in their shoes. How are they spending their time? How are they measured? What are they trying to accomplish? And what is frustrating about their day-to-day? If you're having a hard time answering that question, you're going to have a really hard time creating compelling outreach and an even harder time selling them a solution if you can't understand that element of their current state. The email continues and it paints a picture of a beautiful after state for me. What if you could close those tabs and get alerts on your phone? Nothing falls through the cracks, no more tabs, spreadsheets, and surprises. When I think about how I want to spend my time, I want to spend my time coaching, I want to spend my time leading, I don't want to spend my time tracking down data. So the proposed after state of, "Hey, what if we just notified you when something required deeper examination?" That's compelling for me. Going back to your buyer, imagine what they wish their world was like. Imagine that after snare that would actually get them excited. If you're having a hard time tying your solution to their perfect after state, you're going to have a really hard time getting them to respond to your email, accept your cold call invitation, and then even further along, buying your product. So let's recap this outreach. 1, emotional relevance. Catch their attention by understanding what their biggest concern would be, what their biggest fear would be for a phone call from their boss. Show them that you understand their world. Help them understand that you at least know enough about how they spend their time that you can speak intelligently to how you can improve how they spend their time. Then give a glimpse of a better world that they would care about. And then finally, the one thing I would add to this email to make it even a little bit better would be a customer story to show evidence that they can actually carry through with the promises they're making. But even without the proof point, it was still enough to earn my time and my evaluation. I hope this is helpful as you think about your cold messaging. If it is, I would love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then you can also find the best of my frameworks at my website, salesintroverts.com.